Vietnamese coffee. It's so freaking good. It's actually way easier to make than they make it seem. Because you could just use one of those ninja blender things instead of hand whisking it. The trick is that you just have to whisk it to make sure that's aerated, right? And you can do that with a ninja blender. And as long as you have the condensed milk, you have the egg yolks. See, I took all the egg yolks out. It took about this many eggs. That's what, like $50 in LA. Here they're about $1.10. Yeah, so you basically just make coffee, and then you pour half the coffee, and you simmer it. You make sure it's simmered so that it's actually like hot enough, like pho or something, so that when you pour it back into the top half of your cup, the upward pressure of the simmering coffee keeps the layer of the fluffified custard concoction pretty much surfaced. So then that way it ends up cooking itself or steaming itself on top. And then you drink through the custard, and it's really good. It's something I think that like everyone should sell. It's like a really good drink, and it's also a really good like energy booster drink in the morning, especially if you're like trying to gain calories like I am, because I'm trying to gain weight. So like it's like a really good idea. Luckily for us, eggs haven't gone up in price. They're still the same value, and I'm guessing it's because we live in Fruitvale, so food's everywhere. If you can't get, if they try to raise the price of food, like if you go to Nob Hill, you could pay an extra $1 if you wanted to, or you go back to Food Max and you pay the normal price, or you go every other day to the harvest festivals and you pay even cheaper, or you go to the local grocers and you're grandfathered in and you pay the same price you've always paid since you moved in, since they pretty much just guesstimated for you anyway. And then they throw in free treats and stuff for you to make sure to retain you as a regular client. So yeah, it's pretty funny. Like, I actually took some pictures of like the price discrepancy, and what also really scared me was that they got rid of soy sauce. Now they call it amino protein flavor. So Nob Hill completely pulled the whole freedom fries thing. So no longer do they have soy sauce, they have amino protein flavor. That is a little bit creepy. But yeah, this is egg coffee, and you should try making it. I made a video before on how to make it, but it's a bit long. But the explanation is pretty much just custard. Sorry, condensed milk. This stuff as equal parts that as egg yolk, and then you whip it. People usually seem to hand whip it on TV, but I whip it using one of those ninja blender things, and that seems to work perfectly fine. I just kind of go until it becomes aerated, and then I make the coffee. I use a drip saw, and then I pour half of that into a little pan. I get it simmer, and then I pour that half back to the top, and then I pour the contents of the blender onto the top, and then it turns into a custard, and that's all you gotta do. Yeah, you should try it out.